Hello, I'm Denia Kolokotsa. I'm from the Technical University of Crete. I'm now going to show you now the next presentation, which deals with cool roofs and the European Cool Roofs Council. The good introduction of Professor Santamouris is very good for my presentation. So now you can see my desktop. As Professor Santamouris said earlier, cool roofs have two specific characteristics. The first one is their high solar reflectance. The reflectance is higher than the conventional materials, even for colored materials and even for black materials. The cool roofs have higher solar reflectance. And the second characteristic is they're having higher infrared emittance. So infrared emittance is the measure of thermal emittance of a surface that is defined of the ratio of the radiance of a given body to the black body. So these higher emissivity values or higher emittance indicate the heat transfer capability of cool roofs. Another way to measure the capability of cool roofs and their ability to stay cool is the solar reflectance index, which is in extrapolation between the standard black and the standard white. The standard black has a reflectance of 0.05 and emissivity 0.9, and the standard white has a reflectivity of 0.8. So if we plot the temperature rise above ambient between the standard black and the standard white, we have the 2 points, the black and the white, between 0 and 100%. And then if we have the maximum temperature rise of a given material, we can compute the solar reflectance index by interpolating between those two values. The SRI of the cool materials are usually higher than 100%. So in order to summarize all this, the cool roofs have the high solar reflectance, high infrared emittance, have less solar radiation absorbed, faster release of the heat, so they result to lower surface temperature, so less heat penetrates into the building and less heat is transferred to the ambient air. Therefore, they contribute to the energy, the reduction of the peak energy, the reduction of the overall energy for cooling, and also to the mitigation of the urban heat island. Some people will ask how many cool materials we'll find, because the roofs are different types of roofs. We have cool materials for coatings, membranes, tiles, metal roof shingles, concrete, stone, marble, asphalt, and pavements for cool paving materials. And those will be also discussed in the next presentation by Rebecca Tonkin. So what are the benefits of cool roofs? First of all is the reduction of building heat gain. Since the temperature of the cool roof increases only a few degrees above the ambient temperature, then we have a reduction of the heating gain. And the savings of the air conditioning buildings can be averaged between 10 to 40%, and they are more important for hot climatic conditions if we have buildings with low level of insulation, larger roof comparing to the other surfaces of the building, and buildings that are also in cold and temperate climates but have increased heat gains. We have some measurements in industrial buildings with increased heat gains where the cool roofs are very beneficial. For the non-air conditioned buildings, they improve the thermal comfort, and of course they reduce the peak electricity demand, which reduces the likelihood of power failures, especially in extremely hot days, and reduces the power costs. Other benefits is that also they reduce the heat resulting air pollution, less carbon emissions, of course, and indirect reductions, because if we have heat island reduced, therefore the smoke formation is reduced, as the smoke reaction is it depends on the temperature of the air, the ambient air. If we consider that the energy efficiency that can be attributed to cool roof ranges between 2.5 to 10 kilowatt hours per square meter, if we have an average of energy efficiency for a cool roof surface of 6.25 kilowatt hours per square meter. These savings can be sufficiently large in some countries to provide incentives to keep the cool roof permanently, to provide incentives to promote cool roofs. And also, if we assume that you have an emission rate of 750 grams of CO2 per kilowatt hour of electricity, the annual CO2 savings can range between 2 to 7.5 grams per square meter of roof area, with an average of almost 5 kilograms per square meter as an average. Also, if we increase the solar reflectance by 40% of a roof area, if we have a concrete roof area and then we have a cool roof area of almost 100 square meters, we have an offset of CO2 emission of 10 tons. This is worth it $250. Of course, there are not only benefits, there are skepticism related to cool materials or cool roofs, especially related to the fact that they are now entering into the market. The first one is that everybody thinks that cool materials are white materials, and the first skepticism is that we cannot paint the cities white because we have glare problems and we have aesthetic preferences, especially for steep slope roofs. Of course, there are cool materials that are not white. This is also mentioned in the previous presentation. More skepticism is that cool roofs will significantly increase my heating bills in the winter months. This is not also true because cool roofs cut down the urban heat island effect and lowers the building carbon footprint, and also sometimes in temperate and cold climates, the cooling benefits of the cool roofs may outweigh the potential heating benefits of less reflective or black roof surface. This is due to the fact that the sun path is lower to the horizon in winter, so it does not hit the roof as directly, as intensively as it would in summer. We have fewer hours of sunshine, there are more cloudy days, and also we have some snow cover in the roof, and cool roofs cut the peak electricity in summer, which sometimes are higher than the heating demands. Other is the fact that people think that there are not commercially available cool products. This is not also true because we are available in every common product type and come in an unlimited range of colors, as you also see in the next presentation of Rebecca. And the effect of insulation totally negates the need of a thin cool coating, but as a matter of fact, the cool coating reduces the delta T while the insulation reduces the U value of the building. Based on that, we created the European Cool Roofs Council, which is a no-profit organization which is driven and paid by its members by an annual membership fee. And the main scope of this organization is to bring together the market and the scientists and the industrial partners and also the stakeholders to promote the cool roof benefits in Europe. The ECRC is managed by the board of directors. It has 3 committees: the technical committee, which is responsible for the technical aspects of cool roofs; the communications committee, which is responsible for the policy, marketing, communication of our organization; and the legal and organizational committee, which is responsible for the administrative aspects of the organization. The overall idea was formulated during the 2007, where we had a conference and we met with the U.S. colleagues of the Cool Roofs Rating Council of the U.S. and we started to formulate the idea of the creation of the European Cool Roofs Council. We had the first Cool Roofs conference in 2010, and the official formulation of the European Cool Roofs Council in 2011. It's a two years organization. The organization is running for 2 years. Now, in 2013, we created the product rating scheme, the way and the procedures that we're going to follow to rate the cool roofs in Europe. And we have also participated in the second Cool Roofs conference. And we are planning to to put cool roofs in certification platforms and create as much case studies as possible to promote the benefits of cool roofs and remove the skepticism. So as I said, the formulation of cool roof product rating program is one of strategic objectives that is fulfilled during the previous year. Now we are working on to include the cool roofs in European standards and energy assessment methods and promote the benefits of cool materials to engineers, stakeholders, etc. So we are working on research and study of cool roofs technology, produce information material relevant to cool roofs, support bodies and organizations and European Union for issues related to energy efficiency and cool roofs technology, education, networking and training, and development of product rating standards concerning the thermal and optical characteristics of roofing products. This is the website of the European Cool Roofs Council, and we are now having 25 members. Thank you. I'm now going to give the floor to Rebecca. Rebecca Tonking for the Cool Roofs market. She has worked in the area of business-to-business marketing for over 10 years, first for Chorus and then for Huntsman. Her main focus is in marketing of new product for Huntsman called Altiris infrared reflecting pigment. This new pigment can be used in roofing products to improve the solar reflectance.